Okay, I think I'll get us started here. So this is Ed Crow. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to go over Connect4Medicare and Sunfire to a small extent. So a couple things. We're going to talk about Connect4Medicare. I'm going to give you a quick review of it. I'm going to do a demonstration of using it, just a brief one. Won't do it too long today. And touch on Sunfire for a few minutes, and then go over just a couple other quick things. But then the main thing is to talk about a major change to Connect4Medicare, which is a very positive thing in my opinion, and we'll talk about that as well. So I know that's a change that I've been asking for a while and been requesting from them, and they've done it now, and it's active as of last week. So we'll touch on that as well. A couple quick things. If you have questions, please just send them into the webinar. I will answer them at the end. And like I said, this webinar will probably only be about 15 minutes tops. And so questions, and also we record all these webinars. So if you see a future webinar that we're doing, and we almost always do them on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock, if you see a future one that we're doing that you want to attend but you can't make it, just register and we'll send you the recording. So that way if you can't attend, you can just listen to it when you want. So having said that, today we're going to talk about Connect4Medicare and Sunfire. As agents with us, you have access to both platforms at no cost. That's paid for by Crow and Pinnacle. If you're not familiar with how to get to either of them, the way to do it is you go to either Connect4Medicare.com. That'll take you to both Connect4Medicare and Sunfire. You just got to choose the 2021 option. I'll show you that in a minute. Or you can also go to Pinnacle's site, pfsinsurance.com. And at the top, there's a tab that says Online Enrollment. You just click on that. Again, that'll take you to both platforms. So if you've never used either before, you can get there two ways, and either of those will work just fine. You will need a username and password to access them. The username and passwords are already set up for those that work with us. So all you have to do is call our office, 203-796-5403, or just email myself, Edward@CrowanAssociates.com, or Lisa at CrowanAssociates.com. If you want a third email, it could be teal, like the color, TEAL @CrowanAssociates.com. So just reach out to us and we will get you the username and password. So on both platforms, you can run and save drug lists just like you can on the CMS website. So if you've tried CMS.gov in the past, you can enter a list of drugs and it will show you how much those drugs cost for the year on an Advantage plan or a PDP. You can do the exact same thing on Connect and Sunfire. The nice thing about Connect and Sunfire is it will save those drug lists. So they'll be saved for you, and all your prospect information will be saved as well. So both systems do operate as a CRM, a basic CRM, but a CRM nonetheless, where it will save all your clients' info that you put in. It'll save the drug lists. You can edit them for future reference. So every year when open enrollment comes up, if you need to run drug comparisons, you've already got the list in there, which is nice. It will also save all scopes, because on both platforms you can send a scope either through email or text. It'll save applications and, as I said, all the client's info. Through this, you can compare plans, you can enroll prospects. Once you play around with either system a little bit, you'll see that it's really they're both intuitive, and you can pretty much do anything and enroll somebody, text or email. And like I said, I'm going to do a quick run through of them in a minute. Okay, so Connect4Medicare, again, there's two national companies that do online enrollment platforms that agents can use, and we have both of them. But they are separate companies. So Connect4Medicare has Advantage plans, Part D, and MedSups, and you can enroll in all three types of plans through Connect4Medicare. Connect4Medicare and Sunfire, both have Pearl enrollment systems. So they're just websites that are specific to the agent, personalized to you, that you can compliantly send out to prospects. And if they want to do all the same things you can do, they can do it through those sites. So personalized sites to you, prospects can use them to compare plans, save drug lists, enroll. They can do anything they want on there that you can do on Connect or Sunfire. You have a link that you can send to them by email. You can put the link on your website. You can do anything you want with the link. And as I said, it's personalized to you, and it's a CMS compliant enrollment site. So anybody who enrolls through there, you would be the broker of record on that sale. Sunfire, I wrote on my bullet a little haphazardly, Sunfire does not have Medicare supplements. Actually, they have supplements on there. You can compare them and contrast them and look at the benefits, but you can't do enrollments for supplements with Sunfire. You can on Connect4, you can't with Sunfire, but they will. The subs will show up there. My bullet point was a little misleading. Sunfire, people, let me go back for a minute. People often ask me which system I use. I tend to use Connect4Medicare more. I think that's just, I'm a creature of habit like a lot of people, and I started with Connect4Medicare, so I'm just used to it and use it. And I like that you can do supplement enrollments through it. Sunfire, however, does have one cool feature. On both Sunfire and Connect4Medicare, you can check doctors, but Sunfire makes it so you can save a doctor list, and when you compare plans, it will show every plan, and it will automatically show every plan in which doctors participate on your list in those plans. So you don't have to look at them separately, which is really slick. Both systems will also let you add drug help. So if maybe somebody, for example, is a dual eligible, if you change in their profile their status to dual eligible, it will automatically adjust copays and things like that on the plan. Maybe they aren't a dual, but they have a level of MSP. So if they have a level of MSP drug help, and you put that in there and choose that option, it will automatically change their cost on a drug plan or advantage plan to coincide with that drug help. That's a feature people often overlook, but if they have drug help, you absolutely should put it in there because it will completely change the results in how much they pay for things. Both platforms will allow you to enroll with email or text, which is nice. The text feature is big, especially now. And both obviously will let you complete the whole application yourself and then just send the link by text or email to the client to complete the enrollment. Or you can basically just choose the plan and send the link by text or email to the prospect for them to complete everything. It's up to you. So now to the point of the presentation. We're going to talk for a minute about the Connect4Medicare change, the big one. I think this is really important for us. So both systems are enrollment platforms, CMS-compliant enrollment platforms. As a result, they will only show plans that you are contracted and certified to sell. Obviously, the point being, if you're not contracted and certified to sell, they don't want a client or you enrolling somebody in a plan that you can't sell. Obviously, that'll get you in trouble. You won't get commission, create a lot of problems. So as they stand, only plans will show up that you're contracted and certified to sell. However, Connect4Medicare was adjusted last week. So now, and I think this is a big feature, now it will show all the plans. Whether you're contracted and certified to sell that plan or not, it's going to show up on Connect. There's a button you can push to make those plans show up. You can run comparisons on those plans, even the ones you're not contracted and certified with. Drug comparisons, you can do everything, but you still won't be able to enroll people. Obviously, they can't let you do that, but at least it will show up. So when you run the comparisons, it will be included in your comparisons. Now, some of the plans are non-commissionable, so that's why you might not be certified to sell it. Some you just might not be contracted with, or some you might have a contract, but you didn't do your cert. Either way, you'll be able to see the results. And if that is a commissionable plan, it's something that you can say, well, I better add this. And you can call our office and just have us add that company for you. Okay, so I wanted to make that pretty brief. I only got about 5 minutes left here, and I'm going to try to do a quick run-through of the Connect4Medicare site. So let me do that. Okay, so to go to Connect4Medicare, like I said, you can get there a couple ways, but one way is to go to Connect4Medicare.com. So you go to Connect4Medicare.com, and if you notice, you can access both Connecture, that's Connect4Medicare, 2021 version, or Sunfire. If you've never seen Sunfire, I'll just show you that briefly. Sunfire is pretty easy. You can click quote and enroll. You can send a scope. It will save everything. If you send the scope, it's just going to basically give you the scope, and you can text or email it to somebody. If you click quote or enroll, all you got to do is put in a zip, hit save, and it's going to show you the plans. It's very easy. And then to the right here, if you click the enroll button, that'll allow you to enter information and send the link for people to enroll in the plan. It's very simple to use. You can switch the plan type over here on the left. So let's go back to Connect4Medicare because that's what I was going to talk about today. So we'll go to Connector. Again, you need a username and password to log in for both systems. So if we log in, now Connect4Medicare is pretty easy too. You can either make a new profile, that's how you would send scopes, I'll show you that in a second. Any existing client you can search for here by the search button. If you just want to go right to the plans and not do any of that, you just click plans. I'm going to start with that. So if you click plans, in the past when you would do this, click plans, it would only show you plans that you could, like I said, you were set up to sell. But now you'll be able to use the ones even that you aren't set up to sell. So if you look at my profile, for example, this is kind of a generic profile for me, but 34 Advantage plans, I put in Connecticut, so this is for Connecticut. 34 Advantage plans, 2 MA onlys, 16 drug plans, 20 med subs. But if you notice right up here, it says add non-licensed plans. So let's go and do that. And if I add non-licensed plans, suddenly I have all the Advantage plans there are to sell in Connecticut, but on the PDPs, suddenly there's more plans. Let's try that. So obviously there are the PDPs I am licensed to sell, but if we scroll down, for example, now Express Scripts will show up. Express Scripts does not pay agent commission. However, this plan will be here. I can look at the details. And if I run a drug comparison, the drug comparison will show up, and Express Scripts will show up with that drug comparison. So I can now include them, but notice there is no button for me to send an enrollment to somebody on that plan because I can't sell it. Same thing with like Elixir. Elixir that plan is not commissionable anymore for new sales, so it says I'm not licensed to sell it. But all you have to do is click that button at the top, and it will add the plans now that you can't sell or you're not set up to sell, and that way you can see them and run the comparisons with them. I do get the question a lot, how do I send a scope? All you have to do that is click New Profile. My system's going a little slow here, so I'll put in a fake profile, and then so I put that in, it will automatically save this, and then I click Continue to SOA. And the scope of appointment now can either be emailed or scoped to my prospect as I'm talking to them on the phone. They will get an email, they just have to click, or a text, they just have to click on the link. When they click on that link, you will get a notification that they've completed the scope, and you can move on and continue to the plans. So we'll just use that example. And the scope will be saved in your system, by the way. Now, I have separate webinars that give full run-throughs of Connect4Medicare. I just wanted to show you the Add Non-Licensed Plan feature. And again, it's always going to be up here, and you just click it to add the non-licensed plans. For me, for supplements, I'm not sure if that changes it or not. Yeah, it added 3 additional supplements that I'm not set up to sell, most likely because they're non-commissionable supplements in Connecticut. But again, it'll add the new plans. It just won't let you enroll people in them, but you can run the comparisons, and it will include those plans in the comparisons. I'm going to give you a really quick example, and then I'll wrap this up. I mentioned drug help, so let's go to this person. We'll look at preferences. And this is where I can add drug help for them. So we'll say this person is part of a Medicare Savings Program. Hit Continue. I'm going to skip that part. If they have a Medicare.gov account, you can connect to it and pull their drug list off of it. I usually just enter them on my own. I usually find it's more tedious to do that anyway. Here you can choose a pharmacy for them. We'll just say Rite Aid. Okay, click Continue. So I put in their pharmacy. You can choose a pharmacy. That does make a difference on the results you get when you add a pharmacy. And then I can add their drugs because I didn't do that yet, so I can just go up here and add them. So if we go to prescriptions. So I'll give you a quick example of adding prescriptions for the person. So let's just add a couple. We'll add a atorvastatin. So I grabbed a atorvastatin. You pick the dosage, the times taken per month. We add that drug. Give you another example. If we go with, let's add, we'll put in maybe a blood thinner, like Xarelto. There's Xarelto. If there's a generic equivalent for the drug, it will ask you if you want to switch to it at the bottom. Maybe an example of that is Synthroid. So if we try to put in Synthroid, there is a generic for Synthroid, so it's going to ask us if we want to use it. In this example, I'll say yes. We add it. Okay, so there's our drug list. I'll hit continue. I already chose the pharmacy. I've Rite Aid in there. If you want to switch it, you can do so. If you want to expand the range, it'll add more pharmacies by using the plus or minus. But I'm just going to continue for the purposes of the demonstration. So, okay, so here we go. So this is automatically going to add the drug information in for all the Advantage plans and PDPs. If I want to look at Advantage plan drug utilization, it's going to give it to me right here. I can compare that. I can click on plan details. It'll give me the details of the drug use. I chose a person who's getting drug help, so it's not going to show a lot for cost for medications. But if you want to see the actual scripts and what tier they are, you just click that button, and here it will show you. If you want to see total costs, you click that button. It's going to break down total costs for the month for each drug. This takes into consideration the donut hole, everything. Now, if we want to go back for a minute, I'll just show you the PDP quick. It works the exact same way, but it's just going to give you the costs for PDPs. So go prescription drug plans. Maybe I'll compare a few of them. Elixir. We will go with, I don't know. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so I picked 3. I'll compare them. And remember, at any time I can click Add to Cart or Add to Quote to send the quote and the enrollment link to the prospect. But here we go. It gives us our total cost. So it shows us the premium of the plan. I said that this person has MSP, so there is no premium or very little. It'll show you what it is. It'll show how much they're going to pay for the year for the drugs, and then their total cost. If you want to see the actual detail on the drug costs, you just click Plan Details. And it's going to show you the monthly breakdown of costs for those drugs if you go to the Total Cost tab. And again, as you can see on every screen, it gives you the Add to Cart or Send Quote option, so you can actually send this quote out to somebody so they could enroll if that's what they want to do. And here it breaks down the cost every given month of each prescription. Obviously, Xarelto would be a lot more if it weren't for the drug help. All right, so I just wanted to give you a quick demonstration of that. A couple reminders. I'm going to answer questions if we have any. If you have questions, send them into the webinar. I'm going to hit those in just a minute. We record all of these webinars and we'll send them out to everybody that registers. So future reference, if you can't attend, just register and we'll send you the recording. Keep in mind that Crone Associates has a lead program that pays up to $500 a month, 100% match, up to $500 a month for Medicare leads, Medicare marketing, Medicare advertising. If it's for Medicare sales, we can do it. There are a few rules. We can send you the rules of the program. No minimums to start, however. We do have $10 telesales leads. Those are exclusive to you. They're recorded. They've been working very well. And the $10 price point is very good. So just a couple reminders about those things. If you have information or aren't familiar with those programs, or if you need information, I should say, just call us and we'd be happy to give you more information on those. See if we have any questions. Doesn't look like we have any questions at this point. So if there's no questions, I just want to say thanks for attending today. I think if you try Connect4Medicare or Sunfire and go on, I think you'll like the system a lot. I think the fact that Connect4Medicare will add the plans you don't have is a huge benefit. And I've been told that Sunfire is going to probably add that feature for us very soon as well. So again, thanks for attending. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.